understand. No, it's so hard to make plan. No, it's a little hard to take the man. No, it's we are. Hello, my dear members, and welcome to part 1 of Soul Reaver. Oh yeah. Let's look at the bonus galleries. Fan art. Honestly, oh, a lot of cosplay, quite a bit of that. We'll look at that once we're done. What are the videos? Openings. Ooh, outtakes. We'll have a look at that. So there's no possible spoilers, but welcome to Soul Reaver 1. I will slightly admit it is a little disappointing they didn't add in the Legacy of Kain game, because I feel like that would have been, you know, like a small enough thing that they could have added in. But I have, so in case anyone has seen it, I didn't mention this in Darksiders 1. Yeah, been pretty interested in this streaming this game once we get it, and I am glad that it actually got a remaster. And so, without further ado, let's start a new game.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture, and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this?
Okay, so yeah, you can switch between
What is
them.
this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death.
So, I'll always give games props, especially remasters, if you can switch back. Between like the new and classic looks. Anyway, yeah, this is Soul Reaver.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
I'll be honest, I never actually fully completed it as a kid, which is severely disappointing. I do actually also have it on. It's actually on this on 3 consoles now: PS1, PS3, and now on this. Which I did actually get pretty far into the PS3 one. These are your warp gates, which basically act as your fast travel. Now, we can use D-pad to move. Classic. Which I always kind of found a little annoying, especially with like the PS3 D-pad. Because as is with the PS3 D-pad, if I find my controller, it's a little more awkward.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
So this is a general thing. It's like you're trying to move, and like you're trying to move forward. And it's just like, oh, you move slightly to the side. So I always found it slightly a bit awkward to it's essentially camp here. That's cool. As soon as they come out, oh, oh. Yeah, it's like I always will give a game props for. Oh, so it's LB for that. Yeah, still
Your
got it.
wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Yeah, not without purpose, as they're basically torn to shreds.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Stua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Ah, okay. So, yeah, checks. And dun dun dun, we're underwater this entire time.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
So, of course. So, for the general context of this game is basically in this form you can't die. I mean, you can, but if I'm not mistaken, you should get sent all the way back to the Wall of Souls if you're fully killed in this form. In the real world, as you can see, dimension
Sustain
shift.
your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
And so basically and up there is our health power up. So basically, in this world, if we don't feed, obviously we end up back in the spectral world. So you can still have a look around up here. You can see the health power up there. Also in the spectral world, we
You
cannot
are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric
move
weaknesses.
items.
Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
So in other words, don't touch the Kool-Aid. I always love this line coming up though.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. A vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
I do like the just the general, you know, vibe and all that. Like, you know, the word choices.
A creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Da 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 da. As you can tell, there's another health power up down there. Do we not get the... Damn it! Dissolution. Jump into a pool of water without having the swim ability. I mean, I like how you very obviously told that Yak at some point you're going to be able to swim.
Physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
I do at least like that you can use the D-pad to move.
The sanctuary of the clans, reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
And obviously with the torch, we can set them alight. Or we can pick up the spears of the wall, which each area does have its own unique spear. And basically you can leave it. You can actually put the spear back. You can leave it, but if you do that and you like take the spear out, obviously the wake back up. Oh. With a torch broken, well, not broken but extinguished. Boom. And sometimes you can accidentally put the spear up a little too high that you can't grab it. And like obviously if you leave it like this and you don't absorb this soul, or if you take the spear back, the soul will disappear and then they'll essentially just, I guess, revive. And in here, this is where you have your warp gates. They're not directly in the way, but they are like slightly out of the way. Let's see from here. We can go back to the
You
beginning.
must visit other gates before this portal will be open to you.
Like sometimes they're directly in the way, other times they're not.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss, my tomb, and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
And obviously we can't really head anywhere else. Like we can go over there, but there's really not much that we can do. As you can tell, there's water there, so we can't really go there, and that's a little bit too far for us to fly. So, we need some power-ups. basically bully the poor little thing. Always so dramatic when opening them. Ambush! And again, like each area have their own style of spears. Even though that one looks completely blunted. As a kid, I always like one of the one fucking memory that I have of this game was basically setting up like a weapon wall around here.
My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Like, I used to have, I'm pretty sure it was around here. I just have like a weapon wall of different spears and the like. And my sister was like, oh, yada. And then I remember looking up this text thing. It was on Az who was, advising how it's like, help me by having like a bunch of various weapons. It's like, ha, see sis, told ya. Other people pointlessly collect weapons as well. As you can see, if it's white like that, well not white like that, but white like that, it's safe, but like that instantly obviously put us into the spirit realm. So making it a little harder to, you know, come back. Not impossible, as you wouldn't be able to progress the game if you just soft lock yourself that easy. How many years of gaming experience teaching me to smash pots? Actually, I just sound. I'm going to. Because I know sometimes the game volume is a bit too loud. I think we head up this way. Like, I'm sure there's a deep dive on, you know, like what each spear means to each clan. I like how each spear resonates with like how each, you know, a deep dive into the different types of spears that lie around. Alright, calm down there, buddy. This ain't the type of game where you can have jump scares. And so there is a hidden. Well, you know, it was here. Yeah. This brings back memories. It was here specifically that I had like just a weapon wall of like whatever the hell I could forward it.
No! Please!
I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh. Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
So, this is a good opportunity to say it. Which I think that these might be Raziel's descendants. Obviously with the fact of, you know, the kind of the worst off. Pretty sure that they're Raziel's descendants. This actually brings up a good point of the hidden little reputation system, in which we will encounter a human. Yeah, buddy. So basically, if you attack the humans, obviously they don't like that. Like,
This charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
Obviously, despite the fact that you look pretty fucking spooky, they don't actively attack you. Just dip into the ground. And yeah, if you attack them, obviously they're going to, you don't follow, do you? Fortunately, I don't really think they have any, like, proper way to finish them. Well, they might. Or they're just gonna bully it to death. Yeah. I kind of don't want to get involved. Because as you can see, he's kind of targeting the human, but... Right, let's do this. Hopefully that kind of just gets them back into appropriate position. That's one that they would have just, I don't know, impaled them. No. There you go, buddy. And as you can see, since I technically saved him, I start to kind of worship you. Now, with that, that does make it us able to go get... Is the entrance to the human city nearby? I don't think it is. It might be. But with that, it does make it possible to get access to another area coming up. Oh, you can still access it, but the humans in the human city really don't take kindly to the fact on if you are aggressive, obviously.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Cain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
Maybe I'm just an idiot and one of them are probably Azrael's descendants. Get back here, you little twat. Like, honestly, still, I'm gonna say it. The original is still not that horrible. Obviously, if you burn them, they don't really have an option of coming back, or you could just leave them as like permanently impaled on the spikes that are around. Here, let me have a look so I'm not proving an idiot. Even then I did not get descendants. No, so I don't actually think that he got any descendants, and yeah, those ones were just like the fledglings. I will admit, sometimes the camera angle is a little wonky. As you can see, sometimes they're in the way, other times they're not. It really is kind of dependent. So I don't get as to what someone said they were out of the way, like you had to go specifically looking for them. It's like, no. So we need to move you over here, but I think we're going to need a second one. Yeah, as you can tell, we're going to need to drop a second one down from somewhere. And yeah, so those little mounds are enemies. Pretty sure. Yes? No? There we go. Like, yeah, I would still have to say that the original does still have a certain charm to it. It's okay. As you can tell, we can slightly dip into the water, but idiot. Not like fully submerge ourselves in. Just standing there like, ah, I'm gonna get you. Like, I wouldn't say that this is a hard game in the sense of, like, you know, the combat is brutal or anything. Definitely hard in the sense of you might need a walkthrough for like certain areas. Oh, this part. As you can tell, that guy is... oh, his soul's in the spectral realm.
Beware, Raziel. These wraiths are vampire spirits, fettered too long in the spectral realm. When their vampire natures adapt to this plane, they become eaters of souls. Do not allow these spirits to re-inhabit their corpses.
Itcha, where'd you go, buddy? As you can tell, you can see their health based on that slope. This is one of the parts that definitely the movement is a bit wonky. Jump over. This is gonna get slightly in the way. I keep obviously hitting the left bumper instead of trigger. And here we have this fun part. To which we have to not do that. Ah, there. Forget. Can we flip it over this? No. No, so I actually have to drop it down to the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna need a weapon. Huh. Conveniently a weapon. When you need a weapon, and there's one just conveniently impaled on a corpse for your convenience. Guys don't want to pop up anymore. There's really not a whole lot of complexity to the combat. It's really just a matter of try not to get killed. Oh, who might have resist? If you want to come out of the grave to get killed, honestly, I'm not going to sit here and deny you death's one simple pleasure. And gradually over time you will regenerate health while in here, or you can just hope that there's a nearby soul. Look the one down there. A bit too late, soul. Damn it. Alright, you know what? Yeah, 'cause that actually was my bad. Like, I actually have no excuse for that. Because it's a double tap X to spread your wings and fly. Oh, come on. Should have actually landed on that. Like, I go from knowing what I'm doing to just absolutely screwing up at every possible instant. From here, we need to shift. Because if we get off that, it'll essentially reset, which we don't want. Since objects are pretty much stagnant in the spectral realm, now here we get everyone's favorite thing, the block puzzle. In other words, how to stump 80% of modern gamers. IGN rates this the hardest thing that they've ever had to do. So we need to shift you up there. And then plug that in. Like, the block puzzles do get slightly more complicated as you go on, but for the most part they're pretty simple. Also, really, no loading screens. And from here, well, I was gonna say about maybe flying that over, but we cannot. Like, again, I will say that this game is not too complicated. The main reason that I really didn't get past it was because I was stuck on one boss, which they give the explanation on how to kill the boss in the trailer for this game, and I was just like, God damn, I am stupid. Hey, buddy. Like, yeah, if you want to bury yourself, go right ahead. Yeah, dum dum. Obviously, you don't need to fight every single enemy, but it is fun, and you're still on a clock. So this one is nice and complicated for anyone playing at home. How complicated do you want your puzzles? And like, yeah, some of the multi-layered puzzles can get a bit confusing. Is this not the one the humans use as a weapon? Dude's just working on his gains. As you can see, some of the weapons are literally just pipes. Like, nothing fancy about them, you literally just rip the piping off the wall. Get the old gears spinning. As you can see, humans are just like, yeah, you're cool, man, you're cool. I am just going to don't really like having them nearby. And again, like, they won't attack you unless given like a reason to. Despite the fact that you look like some kind of weird abomination, eldritch nightmare type thing. Which is also like the little hidden reputation system in which they will allow you to feed slightly on them in the human capital. Slightly, not too insane. Is that the only lock here? That might have been. Might have not been. Did any more of your brothers wake up, good buddy? Let's have a look. No, no, no. Doesn't look like it, and also I think we need to go this way. This would make more sense. Again, the camera angle can be a little wonky at times. Which I do kind of feel like they should have slightly addressed. Ah, yeah, for this one. Oh yeah, no, we can't move them just yet. Have a cutscene as it's eventually about to fall. I'm actually kind of curious about that. I want to go see something. Where did we enter from? Ah, down here? No, there's a way to the boss fight. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so here. And like, if you try and angle the camera, as you can tell, is a little wonky. So, if I lock you back in place, that's essentially going to lock it there. And I kind of want to see if it would fall through once we move it. And our last one. I guess not then. But for this, it's pretty self-explanatory what you need to do. And if not, then I don't know what to say to people. Sinks down one final layer, and the doorway is now open to us. First boss fight, I should say. You know him. You hate him. Malachi, I'm pretty sure.
Show yourself, creature.
Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
Melchiah?
Okay.
Yes, brother. You should have stayed with the Master sent you, Raziel. You will find Nosgoth less pleasant than you remember.
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire upon an upstart inheritance?
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
You are the last to die.
And for this one, basically the trick is he can phase through the walls, as we shall soon see. Not like the walls, but obviously. And what we need to do, a little slow going. Knock him up with that. Lower him into here. Oh, it's nice and bloody.
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Cain?
The Master is beyond your reach, Raziel. He makes himself known when he sees fit, not when commanded. Unreleased.
And our first soul power. Fratricide, defeat Melchiah.
You have done well, Raziel.
Am I reduced to this? A ghoul? A fratricide?
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melchiah's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you in the spectral realm. Will yourself to pass through, and you shall.
To which, if we remember back, where is it saying that? That's so weird. For some reason, it said that I wasn't even online. And now I just need to make our way all the way back because we obviously know where we need to go. Actually, I kind of wonder if they left in the cheats for this game. You know what? I have no idea. That's all supposed to be like a way to help get out of. That would make more sense. Maybe like slightly soft locked it. Like not majorly. Yeah. No. I do like the music tempo at least. Like, you know, the music still pretty good, still pretty good. Ah, here we go. So from here we go this way. You can tell us the way to go because it actually loads in as opposed to just being completely dark. Yeah, so mildly screwed myself over there. We just need to find the exit.
Return to the sanctuary of the clans, Raziel. Melchiah's soul has endowed you with the means to gain entry. Beware, however. This hollow derelict is abandoned, but not uninhabited.
which can also go through here. And it's got a boop.
These artifacts enhance your stamina, enabling you to prolong your material manifestation. Gather 5 to complete the emblem, and thereby augment your strength.
We don't really need to deal with the slower in this area, so you can avoid a scrap you don't need. And here we need the climbing ability. So we just made the journey there for nothing. I'll like admit that, yeah, I'm honestly pretty down for games being remastered from, you know, childhood. So keep up the great work. Because yes, a lot of the games that eventually do get remastered, the controls honestly could age like milk, but the nostalgia is there at least. I mean, hell, apparently you can fit literally the entire N64 library on a single Switch cartridge. Which just goes to show that, yeah, we're kind of missing out. Probably could have been like a faster way to get back there, but whatever. And that would be my precious Melina. Yeah, so I need the Soul Reaver for that. Ugh. Ow. Be right back for a few seconds. And we are back. As evident by the fact that we are back. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I forget there was a one up there. Hi, Melina. Ah. Okay, I spawn one to the body score. The fools, I am behind you. It's like the world's lamest ambush. Come on, Melina, even you agree. Abandoned, but not uninhabited. Dun dun dun.
Raziel.
Cain!
The Abyss has been unkind.
I am your creation, Cain. Now, as before, you criticize your own work. What have you done with my clan, degenerate? You have no right.
What I have made, I can also destroy, child.
Damn you, Cain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Conscience? You dare to speak to me of conscience? Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare question my judgment. Your lifespan is a flicker compared to the mass of doubt and regret that I have borne since Mortanius first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world hangs dependent on the advisedness of my every deed? Can you even begin to conceive what action you would take in my position?
I would choose integrity, Cain.
Look around you, Raziel. See what has become of our empire. Witness the end of an age. The clans scattered to the corners of Nosgoth. This place has outlasted its usefulness. As have you.
The Soul Reaver, Cain's ancient blade, older than any of us and 1,000 times more deadly. The legends claimed that the blade was possessed and thrived by devouring the souls of its victims. For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Cain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
I will admit I did slightly struggle. Alright, that was a lot easier. Don't get hit by Cain in the first encounter. Nice. I definitely did struggle a lot more with
The blade
that.
is vanquished. So it unfolds. And we are a step closer to our destinies.
I swore I saw a glint of satisfaction in Cain's eye when the Soul Reaver was destroyed. I did not understand the game that Cain was playing. But I knew the finishing move.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are inextricably bound. Soul Reaver and Weaver of Souls, your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form, a wraith blade, its energy unbound. No longer a physical blade, it can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifest, it will sustain you.
What are you, little soul? Another of Cain's creatures come to taunt this bound specter.
I did not intend to disturb your rest.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline. No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Cain refused the sacrifice. The pillar of balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Cain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Then we share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need. Ariel remembers what others have forgotten. Far in the eastern mountains, a stifled titan stands in mute surrender, unwilling host to a parasitic swarm.
I forget what are these do? Oh yeah, they just replace you. And as we can tell now, we obviously can't open that. But as long as we are at full strength and don't take any hits, we don't need to worry about as much time as we are in the physical realm. But I am going to call it here. I apologize. I would have liked to go on longer, but I am getting incredibly sleepy. And hopefully tomorrow, tomorrow, I should be able to do a much longer one. But for now, I'll catch you later, and bye-bye for now. I should definitely make sure that I fucking save. Holy shit. Hey, bye-bye for now.